Bitcoin hoodie guy back with another Kaspa video. There's been blood in the market lately, but Kaspa's held up strong, my friends. You can see it spent more time down under 10 cents here than it ever has. It just really wicked down, not for very long, a few times. And that one time it wicked down to 7.5 cents, but good luck buying it at 7.5 cents. So there's a lot of people looking to pick up Kaspa sub 10 cents. And so it's hanging right there now. But pack your bags. It's old news from when they talked about here with Travelacom. You can use Kaspa now as one of the currencies you can book millions of hotels, flights, and activities around the world with. That's cool. Personally, I'm not going to use a currency that's still in price discovery, but long term, this is what we need for cryptocurrency to actually become a currency that you can use on day-to-day operations and things like that. So that's awesome to see. Personally, it's a cool thing for excitement, but it's not something that hash rate's looking good, 143 petahashes. Spending more time over 150, you'll see pullbacks like that. And so here we are. You can see Michael Sutton. FYI, me being quiet about testnet 11 just means it is running smoothly. We are aware of some performance aspects which can be improved, and we are working on that in the background. There are also two other big things coming. KIP9 Smart SMAS formula for dust prevention. So that's good. Then there's this was a live stream that was yesterday. There was a new listing, I think, somewhere, but it's kind of a smaller place, or maybe that was a couple. I guess it's been a while since that listing. So I know that there's, I think, Coin Store. That's a little while. That's a little old. You can see hash rate there. Let's take a look at the addresses real quick. See what's going on there. So yeah, the addresses, we're still bleeding on the addresses. We did get up to 351, so we pulled back there. But in the end, if you have long-term vision for this bull market and beyond for Kaspa, it's still hanging in there. Edge and Doge out is in number 2 in terms of 24-hour mining revenue, so that's good. Overall, Bitcoin's kind of been under 40,000, hanging right there at 40,000. Apparently, like FTX sold a bunch of their Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and then there's a lot of Bitcoin, so there's kind of been a sell-off of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Not sure if Mt. Gox unlocks yet, but those things like that. But hey, man, if you're looking to pick up Kaspa, things like that, whatever it is, man, this is a blessing. This pullback can be good. And I think at some point we're going to have liftoff, in the next couple months. The halving's only getting closer. 87 days is they're predicting now. 87, I guess 87 days from now. Was that around the 20th of 19th? I don't know if the miners are really trying to make it April 20th, which is like that stoner holiday, 420. But that'd be funny. But Bitcoin miners have a lot going on besides just trying to make that happen. I think there's a lot of exciting things. What I was thinking about for me is, when I'm trying to get my plan together, and I have no affiliation with Tangem. I do have a Tangem wallet. I just bought one for my dad, and he's got an old iPhone 7. So you can't have a backup card on an iPhone, and you need to have a second card to back it up. And that's even with doing the seed phrase, because we got the new Tangem 2.0, and I bought it for him as a gift. And now I can't set up his wallet. And so now I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? My wife's not into crypto. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to put it on my wife's, and then I'm going to send some of my Kaspa over. Because what happens is my wife's not, if she just kind of looks at a dollar amount and she sees that whatever's in her account is, say, $500, all of a sudden that grows to like 2,000, 3,000 or something, she's going to be like, oh, sell it. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. There's this wallet I can't get to work on my dad's phone, is put it on my wife's phone and send some Kaspa over there. And that'll be the first amount of Kaspa I sell. And that'll be whenever she decides, because my biggest problem in crypto so far has been is having some chance to take some profits and some 10Xs and not taking it. And then when my wife's saying, oh, you should sell that, I'm like, it's going to keep going up more, emotional. And so a lot of exciting things going on. I got, since I've got some Bitcoin ordinals, I got the SIC I got an airdrop of this on, I guess, was that Monday, I guess. And so yeah, I sold it for 650 bucks. It did go up more. My dad had four, and I didn't find out till Monday and or Monday night. So he got sold that off for $5,000. And that did get up to $2,500. So he could have potentially had $10,000. But overall, like selling that for 650 bucks, man, I just woke up. I had this free NFT that got airdropped to me. I sold it for 650 bucks. I think you're going to see more of that with the ordinals. So, I know I get a lot of flack because a lot of people don't like NFTs and ordinals, but at the end of the day, people are going to be trading them. And I think more people are going to be doing that free airdrop to the people that are active in that community. So that's not related to Kaspa, but it's just something cool that happened. Just waking up and having this free NFT. They're valued like they were 2,000 or 20. They got to 2,000, 2,500. But I just sold mine in the morning. I figured, hey, I had something else to do. And I was like, you know what, man, 650 bucks. I'm just going to take that profit. And then later that night, I noticed that my dad had four in his Bitcoin Ordinals wallet. And we sold those for about $5,000, which was 12% of a Bitcoin. And so it did get up to where four could have been worth 20, 25% of Bitcoin. That's amazing. I got 1.5% of Bitcoin. He got 12% of Bitcoin for doing nothing, just waking up. And so that's what's amazing. And that's what would be cool if Kaspa gets some smart contracts and things like this. I know a lot of people don't like ordinals and think it's going to clog it up. But when you look at the ordinals, and you look at the miners need revenue generated. So far there's been almost 6,000 Bitcoin paid to miners, and you can see it fluctuates. And so in the BRC20s and stuff, and there's over 57 million of them. So I just think there's a lot of opportunity. And personally, besides stacking Bitcoin and Kaspa, I think the only other thing I'm going to focus on is Bitcoin ordinals. It helps when you get a big airdrop, but I do think you're going to get more. I know Leonidas is a big member in the community. Is already talking about trying to, he's raised like $70,000 to do a project to download runes to the top 100,000 addresses. So it's exciting times. Let me know what you think. I think that, we go down further. I don't know, man. Kaspa has been pretty resilient. It's dipped under 10 cents. And, we had this big dip of Bitcoin down to 39, under 39. And Kaspa didn't, go dip that far down, to be honest with you. And it's still flirting there with 10 cents. So Kaspa has been resilient. I'm staying bullish. To me, this is an exciting time. I feel like this next year and a half could be life-changing for lots of people. And that's just my opinion, not financial advice. But I think that we're going to have some life-changing games and, maybe paying off your student loans, car, buying a house, doing something for someone else, going on a good vacation. We all have a different version of life-changing money. And so for me, I think this is going to be life-changing. And so really right now I'm focusing on Bitcoin, Kaspa, and Bitcoin ordinals, Bitcoin punks. And then I think just being active and keeping my eyes open. There's a lot of opportunities there. So that's all I got for today. I think it's exciting times. I know sometimes it's hard to stomach these dips when you've seen your portfolio go down. But if you got money on the sidelines and you can add to your positions, that's great. Dollar cost average in, and then start getting your plan together for dollar cost averaging out. Maybe put some on your wife's phone, and then and I have no affiliation with Tangem. I use their wallet. I like it. And then maybe, when they put a little part in there, and then when they want to sell it, sell that chunk there, and then you can do the rest with whatever, you have in your wallet. So thanks for watching. Okay, well, we got a couple people here. Kaspa to the moon, baby. Nice cash it in for Kaspa. Do you think the bull run will end around October 2025? I do think that somewhere, I think between the summer, I think that's a pretty good estimate. Sorry about Jail. I don't know how to pronounce your first name. I'll just say Omari. I think that the summer I think potentially like maybe August to November. So I think October is a pretty good. So have you looked at ICP and Chain Key BTC? Not yet. Around that time, I bet. So since Quest has got a similar thing, a little real estate and gold. Yep. So I think so. Let's see. But I think Kaspa, it didn't have a bear runs. It's going to go up the whole time. Maybe Kaspa will keep going up. I think right now with Kaspa, it's been pretty resilient there at 10 cents. If you look at it, it's wicked under there a couple times. You can zoom in. It's wicked under there a few times, but it hasn't spent much time under 10 cents. And, right here, where's 10 cents there? So it's spent more time these last few days under 10 cents. But I think Bitcoin is going to get ready to explode. You got the halving coming up. And I think that eventually the bleeding from the grayscale Bitcoin trust is going to be over. And I think it's going to be off to the races. And maybe that's like 3 months, maybe that's 4 months, 2 months, 5 months. I don't know. And then I think those are pretty good estimate. Sometime around October of 2025, is a good time. Maybe, maybe it's August of 2025. And what you're going to have is not, if you go back and look at, say, Cardano, and you look at Bitcoin, and you look at, say, CryptoPunks, those are three big things that all peaked. And so what the Bitcoin CryptoPunks, what they peaked in, what is, I think it was August of 2021, around there. September of 2021, I think, is when Cardano peaked. Bitcoin, November. So things peak differently. So you keep it in mind. I think Kaspa will go up until November of 2025. That's a good estimate. I think it'll be up and down like everything, but there could be 30% pullbacks, because just think if Kaspa, there's a big run up and Kaspa goes up to, say, 25, 30 cents. It might come back down to 20. So if it goes up to 30 cents and comes back down to 20, that's a 30% pullback. But then it might end up going to 50, 60 cents. I do think that it's possible that Kaspa gets to 10 cents or $1 this year, which is from 10 cents is just a 10x. And I think maybe, then $1 to $5 is pretty realistic, but kind of $2 to $5, I think, is possible next year. And the higher you get up, the lower percentage of chance that's going to happen. But I think $1 is really realistic on the table for this year. 10x with everything that's going on in the crypto market, I think is possible. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I think that, at some point, the middle, kind of August to November of 2025, we're going to have a peak. So if you're looking to get out in this bull run, start getting your plan together. And I'm starting to formulate my plan, and I'm going to actually put some of my Kaspa in a Tangent wallet on my wife's phone. And whenever she thinks it's time to sell that batch of Kaspa, we're going to sell it. And that's going to be the first batch I sell. And I'm not going to give her that much. Let's be honest. I'm not going to let her make the call on that. So thanks for watching. And okay, here we go. The mining rewards are getting lower quicker with Kaspa. Miners won't want to sell off for 10 cents soon. I agree. Since Quest. When you look at the right here, let's see, go to the mission schedule, because what are we at already? The current reward is 138, and you just zoom this out. So really, by where are we at? So here we are by the boom, boom, boom. That's one. Okay, so basically by November of 2025, the rewards are going to be reduced to 38. So right now, the current reward's 139 Kaspa. Next reward's 131. By the end of this bull run, we're going to be down to 38 Kaspa. So it's going to be the reward is going to get cut down a lot. It's very aggressive, the reduction in the mission schedule. So that's a good point. And so it's bullish times, my friend. But you don't want to give your wife it's kind of like, I know that, like, there's the famous basketball coach Bobby Knight. He'd want to make the players feel like they had a decision in what they were doing. So he would give something small, like saying, okay, do you guys want to go to eat at this restaurant or that one? So then the team would decide which restaurant they want to eat. Or do you want to eat at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock? He'd give them these small decisions to make them think that they're the ones in charge. So that's what you do with your wife or husband. If you're a female crypto trader, feels like most of my audience is male, but your spouse, and maybe, you could have a partner of any man, woman, female, whatever. So you can have any kind of partner or whatever. So your partner, if they're not into crypto, you put a little bit onto their phone, let them think they're in charge, and they'll feel good. They'll see like a 3 or 4 or 5x, maybe a 10x. And then that lets you know that, hey, this person is not into crypto selling, and they're not being emotional, because they're just like, hey, this is saying it's up a bunch. And so might be able to help you rein in your emotions. I know that's what I have to do. So thanks for watching. Have a good day and stay bullish, my friends.